Hey, what's going on, guys? So we're gonna use Summer Break Soaps History 101 today for the soap, and we will use History 101 from Summer Break Splash. We have our brush soaking here in the Mount Fuji mug from Japan, sent by Alex, and we have our Maggard 28 millimeter super high density badger knot, or SHD, on their website. Soaking soap. I will rinse. This thing takes tons of water. So what I typically do is I'll put water in the mug about halfway. And so when this is sitting down there, the water is basically right below the handle. And it'll suck the water all the way down to about halfway of the knot. And so this takes a ton of water. It just drinks it. I'm going to refill the mug up just in case we need to add more water to our lather. We have a lot to talk about today. This is going to be a very, very long video. So if you don't have time right now, or if you don't want to watch a long video, come back later, or don't watch this one, because this is going to be pretty long. We're going to take our time. As you could tell, like, my respiratory thing is kind of getting a little better. We're going to talk about that quite a bit because a lot of funkiness is going on. So anyways, let's start by doing this. It is 11 o'clock at night, and I'll tell you, the medication that I have does not help me sleep. I cough a lot if I'm not constantly drinking something. And so what I've been doing, this isn't advised, like this channel is not meant for what I'm about to show you. But yeah, at night, like, this is how I'm able to sleep and get at least a couple hours in a row, as opposed to waking up every 30 minutes. So, cheers. Maker's Mark. Not my drink of choice, but that's what I have today. So, I bought this. Well, actually, I don't know if my father-in-law bought this or if I bought this, but we've been sipping on it for quite some time. So anyways, cheers, guys. Yeah, bourbons... it's okay. All right, get that little burn. But really, that's the only way I can really sleep, which is unfortunate. I've tried, like, Mucinex nighttime. They have Sudafed or whatever thing in there. That doesn't, like, I can go to sleep, but, like, I wake up in 30 minutes. So anyway, let's start loading our soap. Let's start talking a little bit, right? So, all right. So my wife is feeling bad. She goes and gets tested for the, I'll call it the C, because we all know what it is, right? I'll call it the C. She goes and gets tested for the C and comes back negative. Okay, cool. She just has something that's going around. They don't give it a specific name. They just say it's something that's going around. I'm gonna add a little bit of water from my fingers here. They say something that's going around. A lot of people are coming in with it, but it's not the C. Okay, cool. So they give her, I don't know, they gave her something. Okay, cool. So she doesn't, so she's okay. And then now we're talking about in the past, like we're talking about 2 to 3 weeks ago. That happened. Okay, cool. So she gets better, perfectly fine, cool. Fast forward about a week after that, which is about 2 weeks ago. That's our load. And I start feeling kind of like congested, I guess. Like I don't have a fever at this point. I don't have, like, any body aches. But, like, I know something's going on because I'm never congested. I don't have allergies. I've never had allergies even as a kid. I'm just lucky that way. I don't have sinus problems. When the pollen comes out, I don't have any issues. So I know something's going on. We're just taking the remaining here. All right, so I go and I'm like, all right, because I had been working, and I actually went to a client's house. I went to a client's house and his wife was there. And she's a school teacher. And I say, hey, for lack of a better, I don't want to use her name. Hey, Miss Smith, how you doing? Good, good. Okay, was school out today? What's going on? No, one of the kids had tested positive, for the C. And so they sent all the teachers that he had and all the kids home for a couple of weeks. Precautionary, right? I'm like, okay, cool. So, and then I started feeling a little ill a couple days after that. So, like, in my head, I'm like, okay, so my wife a week ago was feeling kind of ill, and she went and got, the test, and everything came back okay. So it's not from her. Let me go see if, this other person gave me it. So went and got tested positive. Okay. So I'm like, oh, whatever. I'm a healthy dude. I'm not that worried about it. I had a little fever. It wasn't anything terrible. It was like 102 point whatever. Wasn't awful at all. I had a little bit of aches. I was breathing perfectly fine. I was coughing a lot. I had a lot of congestion, but I was breathing okay. I didn't go to the hospital, nothing like that. I'm perfectly, that I was all good, luckily. But I definitely felt sick. Well, I still feel a little sick, but we're talking about in the past. So, try not to cough because it's going to kill the audio. So anyway, so I get the test, whatever, and they basically send me, home, whatever, et cetera, and get some steroid medication, something like that. And after 2 or 3 days, I'm feeling okay. Like this, I thought that was supposed to be like a major, thing, as far as if you listen to whatever. So I was like, okay, so now I'm very curious because I'm feeling fine. But I'm supposed to have what, and it's only been a couple of days since I was positive. So what's going on? So I go to my primary and get another test. This was only, at this point, it was about 4 days after the initial. I went for the initial maybe on a Tuesday, and this was a Friday or Saturday. It was Friday. I took a half a day. So I was working the entire time at my house. I was working here. I wasn't going into the office. I was just working remotely. So I go and get that test. Negative. Huh. So my wife was negative, then I was positive, and then I'm negative now. Okay. All right. And we're talking about all within a week. Same week. Okay, so that's strange. So I call up our client and sorry. I call up our client and I'm like, let me get let me finish lathering, I suppose. I call up our client and I ask if his wife has been tested, and she had, and she was negative. So now I'm really like, what is going on? So anyway, all that happens. I asked my doctor how I could be. This was the kicker right here, which, in my opinion, I already knew this to be fact. I asked my doctor, okay, doc, I come here, I get tested, negative. 3 days ago or 4 days ago, I went over there and got tested, positive. What's going on? Oh, well, the tests really aren't that reliable. Oh, they're not. Oh, okay. Okay. So, what are we doing the testing for? Anyway, I was diagnosed with a upper respiratory URTI, upper respiratory tract infection, which kind of makes sense because I had all the symptoms for that. The thing with like illnesses, or like most, you run a fever, most you have some congestion, either nose, sinus, throat, whatever. Most you have body aches. Like, they're all pretty damn similar. So anyway, that's where we're at this point. I'm on my second dose. Geez, I'm sorry. I know that's gross, but like, you gotta understand, I've got a whole bunch of stuff going on in my face here. All right. So I don't, as far as like, what do I trust? What do I not trust? At this point, I don't trust anything other than what I see and feel and like can touch myself. I don't trust anything. So anyway, I trust this though, because this is working every night. I'm able to sleep pretty good. Like I said, multiple hours in a row. We're gonna use our not Dollar Shave Club, but maybe the Wet Shave Club sent me this way back then. Gillette 7 o'clock again. I think we have over 3 days of growth, I think is what we had here. So yeah, whatever it is, I'm happy that I'm okay. If this doesn't get better in the next couple of days, I think I'm going to go back to the doctor and maybe see what else we could do, what other medication. Because this is my second dose of steroids. The little pills they give you. It's like your first day you take like 5 or 6, and then your second day you take 4 or 5, and then it's like a 7 or 5 day cycle, whatever it is. So I'm on my second one of those, and I'm gonna wait a day or two. I finish in 2 days. I'm gonna wait a day or two after that, and if I'm still not getting any better, I'm gonna go and see. But it's just, the whole thing was just very like, really? Very strange. But really, at this point, the only thing that's wrong with me is this cough, like the little congestion I have and the constant coughing. If it weren't for the congestion and the coughing, I'm perfectly fine. I'm not running a fever. I don't have body aches or chills. I don't have a headache. I'm literally feeling perfectly normal, other than coughing. Sorry. When I talk a lot, it gets worse. So I feel perfectly fine other than other than coughing a lot. So that's my only issue at this point. So the upper respiratory tract infection, that's basically what makes sense at this point about what I have now. Hopefully it doesn't get to this, but worst case scenario from that is actually pneumonia. So from a URTI, you can actually, you know, get pneumonia if it gets worse. So that's what I'm saying. After the second dose, if if I'm not noticing it getting any better, we're definitely going to go back to the doctor and see exactly what's going on, and see what we can do. Because I do not want pneumonia. You know, I'm young, I'm healthy. Like pneumonia for you know, compromised people that have underlying conditions and older people, definitely something to worry about. Like pneumonia is no joke. But I think, I mean, I would probably be pretty ill, but I think I would be okay in the long run from pneumonia. But I don't want to get to that point. So, all right, we'll just do a 2-pass because, like I said, this is already pretty long, and I've basically touched on everything I wanted to touch on. You know, just at this point in time, in all honesty, I don't know what to believe, what not to believe regarding certain things. And, you know, it's a sad time, in my opinion. It's a very sad time in American history. And I'll leave it at that. I don't want to get too much in depth, but I'm just very, just very, I don't know the word for it. With the whole way, or the whole, you know, with how everything's being handled. On multiple levels, not just like one specific, like a lot of things. So anyway, oh, a couple of weepers on the neck. Nothing too out of place. This is a very mild razor. I actually really like it. It pairs very well with feather and Kai blades. It does very well with any blade, really, but mild blades with this razor, I don't feel like I get that close of a shave. It's probably just as close, maybe slightly closer than a cartridge razor, but I get like that buttery smooth, like baby bottom feel whenever I use like a sharp Gillette blade or Kai or feather. Oh yeah, very nice. Nice. Yeah, so we're gonna touch up the neck. It's like, man. Things are pretty good for a while, in my opinion. You know, everybody has their own opinions. They're like, you know what, booty holes. But in my opinion, things for a while were pretty good. I felt pretty good about my future in the U.S. and that type of thing. And I don't know, now it's just like, man, there's like almost 300,000 ships at the ports, not able to unload, and like the news is already saying like stock up now for Christmas gifts because, you know, there's probably not gonna. It's like, what? It's so weird. It is really weird. the time we're going in. And I like I said, I don't want to get too much into it, but you can kind of see where we're going, unfortunately. You can kind of see where we're headed. And I don't know if it's a one-way ticket there. I don't know if there's any way back once we're there, if we make it there. But I'm not gonna say I'm worried. Look, whatever it's gonna be, it's gonna be. At the end of the day, what I believe is stronger than whatever is going to happen. So, I'm okay with whatever happens. But ultimately, we're gonna catch our little spot here. We're gonna pull out the rest of this. Like I said, this brush holds a ton of water, and this is like a very goopy lather that was remaining in the bottom of the brush. We could use that, but it would be dripping off of our face, so I don't want to do that. Anyway, that's enough of the deep and heavy talk. Anyway, I hope if you're still watching at 22 minutes that you're having a great day. I hope you're healthy and happy and prosperous. And if you're not, things will get better. Things will always get better. Always. So don't worry. Very nice. It's a good shave. Like I said, we had a couple of weepers on the neck. Actually, I think I feel a little bump there. That's probably an ingrown hair. I'll have to grab that with tweezers. Yep. We'll finish this off real quick. I might have to do another little shot of this or something because I'm not feeling it yet. But, yep. So that's what kind of went on with me and my whatever I have going on. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that it's an upper respiratory tract infection. Not super uncommon or anything. Not rare. And definitely easily curable. Can worsen if not taken care of. So we'll do what we can. Like I said, by the time this video is posted, I'll probably have some more info. Hopefully I'm better. But I'll probably have some more info regarding the pneumonia and that type of thing. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. This was, like I said, pretty long one, 25 minutes. So a couple weepers here and there. Nothing terrible. Our cheeks are looking okay. A little bit of redness here. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, but anyway. Summer Break Soaps, History 101. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you're all safe, happy, healthy, prosperous. And you can check out the links down below. My Instagram is there. My email is there if you want to email me any questions. You can also leave comments. I answer every single comment. Even if it's like some of you, well, you're probably not watching this video at this point. I don't block anybody. Like if you leave a comment that's trying to be like provocative or like provoke me or in any way, shape, or form, like I'm gonna toy with you. So yeah, a lot of guys have tried that like on videos and like I don't know, I just play around. I troll them basically. I mean they're trying to troll me, so like we're like trolling each other, I guess. But anyway, it's just fun. It's funny games, although they're malicious at heart. I'm not. But all right, guys, I'll see you next video, and hopefully I'm better.